Hey, Starkville Voices. We're here again with another Starkville Voices community conversation with Ms. Johelen Walker, our Tucson County Tax Assessor Office as well. Want to thank you for this opportunity as well, ma'am, to join your conversation.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So our first question is basically going to be: can you introduce yourself and tell us about your role and also about you in our county as well?
Sure. My name is Johelen Joey Walker. I am the tax assessor and collector of this county. This is my first term. I have about 27 years experience in doing this, and this is where I am.
Awesome. That's amazing. So, what are some of the main services your office provides for Oktibbeha County?
Sure, we offer homestead, we do car tax, assessment on property taxes, privilege license,
Mhm.
uh, anything dealing with your houses or vehicles.
Okay. And I know one thing is going to be for privilege license when you said that. When many businesses think that it's only for the city that the city has to get privilege license. So does the county has to get privilege license or put business
Yes,
up? Okay.
yes, you do. If you're going to operate in the city, of course, you go to the city and get those licenses.
Mhm.
But if you're going to be a peddler out in the county or sell things that maybe like one of these trail rides or something,
Right.
or if you're going to do some work for someone out in the county, then it's best to have your privilege license from both city and the county.
Okay. That's good to know as well. What are some of the most common questions or misunderstanding that your office receives?
Why are my taxes so high?
Mhm.
And I try to get them to understand it's not the tax assessor. It could go from your city millage rate,
Mhm.
county millage rate, school bonds, hospital bonds, or any assessment that needs to be done statewide, and that comes from legislation.
Okay. Sounds good. So all that comes from Jackson with their rates.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And
So.
the city and the schools. And so just like they're building a new school,
Mhm.
they have their own millage rate, maybe like a hospital bond.
Mhm.
Those are those taxes come from.
Amazing. And then what resources are available through your office to help residents understand this kind of things as well, with property taxes, car tax, and other things as well?
Well, I do have a mapping and appraisal office, and if you wanted to see anything about your property, it is available. And some of the misconceptions that we have is citizens will get their assessed value
Mhm.
and their market value confused, and they wonder why their taxes are so high. Well, on one hand, they can have a private appraiser,
Okay.
and that appraiser will give them this amount, but they're not looking at the assessed value that we have, and
Mhm.
this is what the state goes by.
Okay. Wow. That's some good information as well, right there as well. I know there's a lot of miscommunication about that also
Very
within
much
our county.
so. Very much so. And then another thing that we have to do is, if you buy a new house, we have to when we go out, we look at the units on your house,
Okay.
the house, the ceiling, the brick. All these units make is a factor in determining the assessed value of your house.
Okay. I did not know that as well.
Yeah.
Uh, for someone who may be struggling to keep up with their property taxes, what should they know about deadlines, available options, and the importance of communicating with your office as well?
Sure. We offer a partial payment plan, and that payment plan starts in November.
Okay.
You have to pay at least 50% in November,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have a payment option that we can print off for you if you like. And the second payment is 25%, and the third payment is 25%. Or if you want to come in early and pay it off, you can.
Mm-hmm.
But it has to be paid before I have the land sale in August, the last Monday in August.
Okay.
And I will stop taking payments next Friday coming on the 28th
Mm-hmm.
to prepare for the land sale.
Yes, ma'am. And one question we received from the community is going to be, how are resident property assessed, and what are the factors that can cause a property value or a tax bill to increase or decrease?
Sure thing. So if you do an addition to your house,
Mm-hmm.
if you enclose a garage, do a screen porch, or anything like that, that will make the value go up.
Okay.
And just so happen if there's a structure out there, such as a extended garage or a barn or something like that, any structure that is on your property has to be assessed.
Okay.
And if you happen to take something down, you have to let us know so we can go out and do an assessment, and it could adjust your taxes.
Right. And that's within the city limits and the county as well.
I do the
Everybody.
whole county.
Okay. Yes, ma'am. Okay. And another question would be, over the last 5 years, what trends have you seen in resident property values in Starkville, and what areas have experienced the largest increase?
Well, of course, we have Mississippi State and the school with that expansion, but South and East Oktibbeha County, they are growing. And from what I can see in the predictions, it's going up roughly $200,000 to $300,000 for a house.
Wow. And then when a property owner makes major improvements to an older rental property, how does that affect property assets value and property tax? And you talked about some of that as well in the last couple of questions as well. But there was another question from our community as well.
Well, that's just like a fixer upper. Of course, you wanted to if you're gonna live in it, rent it, or whatever the case is, you're gonna want to make it look better.
Okay.
So of course we have to assess that, and that comes from the raw market value.
Right.
It's not like we have an index that we have to go by. In each county, when we put that index in, because each county we're not the same size, and with Oktibbeha County growing and being one of the larger, or not the largest, but up there in that range, then of course the taxes are going to go, of course, with that index.
Yes, ma'am. Definitely. And then what property data does your office currently have that could help us identify vacant, tax, the delinquent, the distress, or potential underused resident property in Starkville?
Well, I have a program called GIS mapping, and you could go online, and I'm trying to go ahead and get my website updated on Oktibbeha County to get this information out there. You can go on the maps and look. You can I have an open door policy. You can come in, and if there's questions about your car tax, anything that you get from this office, my door is open.
Awesome. That's amazing. And is there anything you believe residents should take advantage of or paying close attention when it comes to services or information provided by your office?
Sure. Legislation changes all the time. Disabled veterans just recently found out that sometimes their percentage change. So for 70% and up, you get two free, well, not free car tags, but you get 2 car tags at the DAV rate of $1. And if you at 100%, then that affects your homestead tremendously. But of course, the Department of Disabled Veterans, they have a certain form that you have to have. And if you don't have that right form, then we can't give you that exemption.
Right. Okay. So just good to know as well. Also, and our final question is going to be, what is the best way for residents to contact your office or stay informed if they have any questions or really concerns? You don't say about your open door policies. Well, what's other ways that they can contact your office?
Via email, they can come in, and typically, at a time like this, going close to tax season, it's best to make appointments. But everything that comes through my office, I respond. I get back to it. It may not be that day, but I do return calls and I get back to that person.
Right. Well, I just want to say as well on behalf of Starkville Voices, we don't receive so many throughout this week good reports about your office as well.
Well, thank you.
About the patients, about the good customer services going on, because every county is like not the same Mississippi as well, but we can say that we are trusted with a great tax assessor office as well.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Is there anything else you want to add before we close this out?
Anything you want to understand or know? If I don't know, I will find out.
Sounds good. Well, thank you, Ms. Johelen Walker, and thank y'all again for tuning in as well. Have a great day.